Race fans, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy 30 trips around the Grove, because this is what you saved your lunch money for. Field going to dash off into turns 1 and 2, and Kevin Thomas Jr. going to come away with the race lead for a moment to the back straightaway. The car kicks out from underneath him, has to wait on it, and that opens the door for the 5T, Jake Swanson. He's going to snake on by to the inside here. Round the bottom of turns at 3 and 4 as we have got one upside down. Red light's going to come on. JT Ferry, the driver, going for a ride. Holbein with nowhere to go, and the 27, Rimrod, also sitting over there in turn number 3. Take 2 here at Williams Grove. We're back underway. Going to dash off one more time into turns 1 and 2. Kevin Thomas Jr. goes to the outside. The car this time a better bite onto the back straightaway. Can he fend off the charge of the 5T? Swanson still right there lurking down to the inside. They'll make their way into turns 3 and 4. The Inferno Armor number 3 up around the outside. As, we have got more problems. Cars flipping once again over in turn number 3. A pair of 3s in the front row. Bring him back to green. So you work the right magic here on the open red. Kevin Thomas Jr. this time much better drive onto the back straightaway. As I say that, Jake Swanson gets a huge run on the inside. It looked like KTJ was going to maybe just start to pull away on the backstretch. Not the case. The 5T getting back up in there, but it will be Kevin Thomas Jr. holding strong to the outside. He will lead as they come around, and they will complete lap number 1. Both drivers tracking up the racetrack. The 19 going to try to turn it down and diamond it down to the inside. Has a run onto the front straightaway. It will be your USAC national points leader holding on to it into 1, but there's the slide, and Moles going to try to grab bronze onto the back straightaway. Gummins chasing back to his inside, has to back out of the throttle as Mitchell Moles takes the line into turn number 3, so swap it up for the 3rd spot here. Rolls to the middle, brings it to the outside onto the back straightaway. Here comes the 19, here comes the 3, here comes the 5. Big charge by Mitchell Moles, looking for 2nd. Swanson, though, looking for the lead. He's going to dive it down to the bottom of the speedway into turn number 3. Where's he going to be at the exit? Turn number 4, down to the inside. On the outside, though, the better run for the 3R, Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin Thomas holds on to it. Swanson holds on to 2nd. Moles in 3rd. Cummins in 4th. Justin Grant in 5th. Look at the charge by the 19 AZ there for a second. Now we look back at the 39 of Briggs Danner. He is on the back bumper, the number 4. Oh my. Things dicey in all the wrong ways up at the front. Get a look at the replay here on Flow Racing. Goes in, and somebody tossed a banana peel out. That thing suddenly going sideways on him. Justin Grant, Briggs Danner, now your top 5. 15 in, 15 to go. Swanson again going to try the bottom. Going to hang the Hoosier onto the back straightaway. Cummins has a good run. We'll see if he grabs away 2nd here as they work into turns 3 and 4. Danner behind them, still working on Justin Grant. The battle before the caution was for 5th. Now it's for 4th, as it'll be Kevin Thomas continuing to lead. Swanson still right there. Cummins down to the inside. Danner is likewise on the 4. Justin Grant. Grant up off of the cushion. That car kicks sideways. It's going to be the advantage to the 39 now. Does it the advantage to the Avante Windows the doors number 3. Cummins to the inside of Jake Swanson here as they work into turns at 3 and 4. Danner trying to close on that battle as well. Swanson to the outside. Mats the throttle. He holds on to it. Just cannot get the momentum to make his way by. Several times he's taken a look. Several times he's taken a shot. Just hasn't been able to get the pass. They work into turns 1 and 2 again. He's going to try the inside. This time he's got the momentum. He's going to drive it about 20 foot deeper than Swanson. Swanson going to turn to his inside. Good clean racing onto the back straightaway, giving each other some room to run here as they work into turns 3 and 4. Swanson, how far can he drive it in on the bottom side? Not far enough. It will be the 3P to the outside, taking over the 2nd spot. Your current national points leader, Kyle Cummins. He'll take silver down the front straightaway with 8 laps to go. As they work onto the back straightaway, caution. Caution lights come on. Kay Laurel, who had avoided the caution in 1 and 2, was able to get the car rolling. Unfortunately, something else goes awry. Field ready to go back to green. Single file past the NOS Energy start can. Past the apex of 3 and 4. The leader can pick it up. Onto the front straightaway, Kevin Thomas. Looked like he may have spun the tires a little bit, but he keeps the car rolling as they work into turns 1 and 2. Takes it up to the outside, finds the grip, he finds the bite, he's down the back straightaway. Cummins likewise off to the inside, able to hang right with them here as they work into turns 3 and 4. Briggs Danner looking for a way around both of them. They're going to come around this time to the lap coat flying. One more trip around the Williams Grove Speedway. It is still Kevin Thomas, fins off the charge of the Avante windows and doors number 3. Both drivers charging down through the middle. Briggs Danner going to take it down to the bottom, tries to get a run for second onto the back straightaway. Door going to get slammed shut on him. Cummins has a run, closes a couple of car lengths this time into turns 3 and 4. Final 2 trips as they make their way around the front straightaway. Kevin Thomas Jr. round to the outside. The 3 down to the inside. Drag race down to the checker flag, and for the second year in a row, Kevin Thomas Jr. wins here at Williams Grove Speedway. Time in his career, he is a victor with the United States Auto Club. Give him a hand, KTJ Kevin Thomas Jr.
He does it once again, backs up that victory from 1 year ago. And KT, obviously, we've seen all week how important starts here are. Multiple attempts at a double file restart, multiple single file restarts, and then, of course, a green-white checkered. Did you keep the same approach for each and every one of those?
It's hard here, especially like just the way the corner shaped to change up your approach to it. If you do it wrong, you can really open yourself up for failure down there into one. So, and I felt like Jake, especially on them double file restarts, he was putting pressure there, but I felt good. I overcooked the first one. I thought I just had a little bit more grip than what I did, and got up there in the marbles and stuff. But got another shot at it, and I felt good up there. You just had to be patient. It's such a long ass straightaway for a non-wing car. It's you lift before you think you have to, and you're pretty hard on brakes. Even when you're running the top, you're pretty hard on the equipment. So, hats off to Smith Titanium Brakes, Mach 1 chassis, Mark Smith's here, Inferno Armor, Lucas Oil, FK Shocks. There's a bunch of people on here that really help out, and my team, they're great. And, whenever we can reward them with a win, there's a lot of hard work. We're out here sweating our nuts off. So, BK, Country, Hank and Michelle, their kid actually just moved out here to Philadelphia. So, there's a lot of hard work that goes in at the track, but also behind the scenes, and it's much appreciated.
This year's victory at the Grove, significantly different from last year's. This year you led all 30 laps. Last year you led 1. What did that difference make when it comes to chasing down a leader as opposed to trying to keep everybody else behind you?
Well, I was just hoping, I didn't run out of fuel like Briggs did last year. I think we snuck one out there, but he was a really good car. Obviously, he's good again. He ran 3rd here. So, and I don't even think he was in the invert. So, he had a good race car and could pass cars. But, last year I think we got lucky, but we were in the position to win. So, we'll take those. But this year I felt we put ourselves in position to control the race, and as tough as this place is to pass, and just kind of get around in general. It's very oddball for a non-wing car, so it's super fast but also extremely technical. You can overshoot the corners, miss the bottom, and get out in no man's land. So being able to kind of process all those into one on each straightaway, having clean track in front of you was important. So hats off to my guys for giving us a good race car, Stanton engines for holding up at this big ass place, and we'll double it up tomorrow with at Port Royal for a big place. So I'm excited. I like the package that we have, and look forward to the rest of the season.
I've got one last thing for you. You tied Jack Hewitt tonight for 6th all-time on the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car wins list. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, that's pretty cool. Whenever you start and you look at all the guys, I looked at Stambro and Jerry Coons Jr. and Dave Darland, and I was like, damn, if I could ever just get like a win, that would be pretty cool, just to say I raced with these guys and got a win. And now to be 6 all-time, tied with Jack Hewitt, who's the coolest damn dude ever. It's he'll whoop your ass and then pray with you. So it's pretty cool. And I know that they just had a race at Waynesfield last night for Jamie Miller and all those things. And I know Jack and Waynesfield, really go hand in hand. So it's pretty cool. All those things kind of come together in 1 week.
What a special day for Kevin Thomas Jr. and his Rocksteady Racing team.